The Lost Mermaid-Chapter 14. Compliment him. Guys like compliments, I whispered to myself. I walked straight up to Jason, trying to appear confident. He saw me approaching and I smiled. He smiled back. Then I walked right past him. What's wrong with me? I couldn't do it. Luckily, Shane was walking down the hall with his broad shoulders and crooked smile. Even though we were twins, he was a lot bigger than me. And right now, he looked like a heaven-sent hero, here to rescue me from my boy problems. I hurried towards him. Shane, I need your help. What's the matter? He asked with concern. I looked away, embarrassed. I'm trying to talk to a cute guy, but I'm too scared. Can you help me, please? What are you afraid of? Shane laughed. Does he have fangs? Simone, Shane. I need your help. Can you talk to him with me? No, you've got to do this yourself, he said. But I'll tell you a secret. I learned something that can help for job interviews, and it will work the same with Jay. Jay. I frowned. How did you know his code name? I listened to you and Dacia. Seriously? I wasn't sure how I felt about that. Jules, listen. I gotta go. But let me give you the idea. He looked around like he was giving me spy info and whispered, just fake it. Till you make it. What does that mean? I questioned. And how the heck am I supposed to do that? It means that even if you don't feel brave, act like you are. People will think you know what you are doing, and that will make you feel more confident too. Fake it till I make it? I questioned. Shane walked off. See ya later, Jules. Well, he was good for nothing. Now I have to do all the work and risk rejection too. When would I get another chance to talk to Jason? What if he didn't like me and treated me like the rude boys in school? Cameron Johnson wasn't the only boy in school who was mean to me. There were other boys too. Most of them were his popular friends, like Ryan Stanley and Bruce Wilson. There was also a moody neighbor kid who treated me badly. He once told me, Julie, I hate you because you're happy. But he was a weirdo, so I didn't care. Plus, he usually left me alone, unlike the other boys. I just avoided them all. But really, I had problems with girls too. I had been friends with a cheerleader named Molly in junior high. But when we went to high school, she ignored me. She wanted to impress the older cheerleaders and not have any friends who may destroy her image. It was so painful to walk by Molly now. I knew she saw me, but she acted like I wasn't there. I was so grateful I had Dacia, my true best friend. Sometimes I hated my life. I thought about what Shane said during class and decided to bite the bullet and try it. After lunch, I saw Jason coming out of the cafeteria. It's okay. I can do this. I took a deep breath. We weren't completely alone because Pam and her friends were standing close by, but I knew this was my chance. Hi, Jason. I love your hair today. It looks nice. I gestured to his perfect blonde locks, giving him the biggest smile I could muster. I had complimented him, but not on his manliness. Oops. Come on, Julie, I thought. You can do this. Jason blinked, caught off guard. Then his smile widened into a more genuine one. Thanks, Julie. Yep. My heart fluttered. Turning, I tried to unlock my locker, but it was jammed. I looked back to Jason, who was still standing there. Jason, can you help me? Sure, he said, walking over. After looking at it for a second, he banged it with his fist, springing it open. I looked up at him in amazement. Wow, you're strong. Thank you. A grin lit up his whole face. No problem, he said. He seemed a few inches taller as he walked off. So did I. I complimented him on something he actually cared about. I watched his back disappear down the hallway, thinking about how well that went. He stopped, paused, and turned around. Walking back to where I was standing by my locker, he said, Hey, Julie, do you want to go to prom with me? I blinked. surprised, but then my brain caught on to what he was saying. Internally, I started jumping up and down. "Yes," I barely squeaked out. "Great," he replied, grinning. He was gone in a second, as my heartbeat was drowned by the sounds of the crowded hall. I whirled back to my locker, clapping my hands and whispering to myself, "Oh." I still couldn't believe he actually asked me. Emerald was a genius. I had to tell Shane. He wouldn't believe it. I still wasn't sure if I believed it. Closing my locker and turning around, I saw my older brothers talking with their friends in the hall. I walked towards them. They didn't notice me or say hello, but Shane looked up, nodding as if to say, "I'll be right there." Finishing his conversation, he made his way to me. "Shane," I squeal, "you won't believe it. Jason Jackson asked me to prom?" His head reared back, obviously surprised. Jay, the guy you're sweet on?" "Yes-siree," I crowed. "That's mellow as a cello, sis." "Oh. I need to ask someone to the dance soon or I'll be left in the dust." "Totally, bro," I said, smirking and bumping his shoulder. "See ya later." He nodded as the bell sounded, and I started making my way towards my algebra class. Usually, I hated it, but how could I hate anything now? Jason had asked me to the dance. I wore a huge smile for the rest of the day. As soon as school was over, I danced my way through my chores, humming dreamily to myself. Time flew by, and before I knew it, I found myself rushing towards the pond, securing my tiara before diving into the water. My tail swished effortlessly as I made my way toward Emerald, whom I embraced tightly. Without giving her a chance to ask, I shared every exquisite detail of my perfect day. "I rejoice with thee, dear one. Love is precious," Emerald said. "Now I shall teach thee more about charm." I nodded, knowing I really needed some help there. "Oh yes, Emerald. Please teach me. Mermen desire maidens who find joy in the little things. As a little child who has a deep inner happiness." I tilted my head, considering her words. "So be grateful for whatever happens?" "Aye, but always be looking for the good and the beautiful. Mer children don't have a lot, but as we travel, they find beauty in the great Siwa wherever they are. They laugh and delight in finding a starfish, even though they have seen thousands of starfish." She sighed as if remembering the sea. I nodded slowly. I can do better at being positive and looking for the good in life. We all strive. Let me give thee another tale. If thou find a starfish, thou could rejoice in many ways. Some are more charming than others. Thou could pick it up like a lumbering sea lion, barking for all to see thy treasure. Or thou could gracefully pick it up like a dolphin, saying in a lilting tone, "Oh look, a starfish!" She paused. "Do thou understand?" "Yes, I think so," I said, a bit unsure. With a smile and decisive nod, she declared, "Then we shall practice.